Hello, my name is Keith Bailey. I'm going to do my recap for NFL Week 3. Quite a pretty good weekend, I would say. Start with the Thursday night game. San Francisco at St. Louis. The 49ers rocked them 35-11 in this one. This game wasn't really too close from the get-go. After the first quarter, things just started going south for St. Louis. This is a good win for San Francisco, especially considering it was against a team that they were unable to beat last year. The Rams are worse than we thought. The Niners, we don't know about them yet. We'll see what happens next week. Next game, Ravens at Bills. This game surprised me, to be honest. The Ravens turned the ball over 5 times. Well, Joe Flacco threw 5 interceptions. I don't know how many fumbles they had, if they had any, but the Bills were able to hold on to the win. 23-20 was the final in this one. Quite an impressive game by Buffalo. We don't know what Buffalo team's going to show up week after week. We also don't know which Ravens team's going to show up week after week. The AFC is just a jumbled mess right now. So, good win by the Bills. They're 2-2. The Ravens are 2-2. Next game, also a game I didn't see coming. Cincinnati at Cleveland. I knew Cleveland's defense was good, but this good? The Browns, maybe there was a plan when they traded Trent Richardson, because ever since they traded him, they're 2-0. So, well, Brian Hoyer as well, he's a big factor. And they play the Bills on Thursday night, so that's going to be a battle of 2-2 teams. And I'm already going to make an early pick. I think Cleveland's going to win that game, but I'll get to that later. The Bengals, inconsistent. Not the way you want to follow up an impressive week. So, disappointed in them, but, you know, what are you going to do? Next game, Bears at Lions. Like I said in my last video, I do not trust the Bears. And this is why. They were down 40-16. The other 16 points they scored in the rest of the game were garbage points. Detroit, I had a feeling they were for real. They scored 40 points against the Bears defense. They did not turn the ball over. Detroit played well. Chicago dropped to 3-1, and Detroit is in control of that division right now. Next game, Seahawks at Texans. What a game this was. This was about 3 or 4 minutes away from being a tie. Seattle wins 23-20 after being down 20-3. So they scored 20 unanswered points in order to get the win. Houston is not as good as they were last year. They're 2-2. They could easily be 1-3 or 0-4. They're a mess right now. They have a lot to figure out, and we'll see what happens. The Seahawks stay undefeated. Next game, Colts at Jaguars. I was hoping the Jaguars would win this game for Tennessee Titans reasons, but I knew the Jaguars' 3-0 lead would not last. I didn't even know if they were going to score any more points in that game, to be honest with you. And Indianapolis just trounced them 37-3, as they should. The Jaguars are just not a good football team. Next game, Giants at Chiefs. I'm scared to play this Chiefs team next week. They're for real. They did commit their first turnover in the game, but they whooped a Giants team that has now scored 7 points in their last 2 weeks total, and has given up 69 points. Excuse me, I've been battling a cold. So Kansas City gets the win. Giants, in an ugly fashion, dropped 0-4. And speaking of 0-4, the Steelers traveled to play the Vikings, a game in which Minnesota almost, yet again, threw a game away. Just like they did against Cleveland, just like they did against Chicago. The Steelers were at the 10-yard line, and I was laughing when I was watching this. I was like, there's no way Minnesota can just throw up another game like this. And they didn't, by the skin of their teeth. Vikings get the win. The Steelers drop to 0-4. Next game, Cardinals at Tampa Bay. Josh Freeman wasn't even on the sidelines. Good game by Arizona. This game was a little ugly though on both sides. The Cardinals get the win, and they're 2-2. Buccaneers are a mess right now. I was wrong about them in the preseason. Anyways, next game. Jets at Titans. Jake Locker is out for injury, and I am unfamiliar with Ryan Fitzpatrick as a quarterback in Tennessee. That 77-yard touchdown pass looked good. I would say he's one of the better backups in the league, but I'd rather have Jake Locker start. What a game by our defense. I did not think the Jets were for real. They played three very questionable offenses, and our offense, I wouldn't really say we lit it up. Turnovers were a factor in this game, with the Jets committing 4 of them. Geno Smith fumble into the end zone, we get a touchdown, interception, all the way down to the 2, and so on and so forth. So Tennessee gets the win. We go to 3-1, and we got a game against Kansas City next week. Next game, Eagles at Broncos. I'm gonna switch my power rankings around. I've made every excuse for Seattle to be #1 in the power rankings, but with I know Seattle's comeback win was impressive, but with Denver just walloping teams in crazy fashion, I have to put them at #1. So, sorry Seahawks fans, Broncos gotta be #1 at this point. I think maybe if you're humble enough, you understand. Next game, Redskins at Raiders. I picked Terrell Pryor did not play, therefore I picked the Redskins in the game, and the Redskins ended up winning 24-14. So, good win by Washington. They're off the schneid. And Oakland, we'll see about them. It's going to take some time. And the last game of the weekend, so I could go back to watching the Sunday Nighter, Dallas at San Diego. This was another close game. I picked the Chargers in this one to win, and they did, 30-21. They almost threw the game up again, but that fumble into the end zone really sealed the win. So good for San Diego, going to 2-2. The NFC East is a crazy mess. I mean, not only that, I think excuse me one sec. I'm gonna find out who Dallas plays next week. Just gotta go to the team schedule. If it is who I think it is, they're in trouble. That's all I have to say. Let me go to week 5. Just gotta wait for this to load. Here we go. I think they play Denver. We'll see. They play the Broncos. The NFC East is crazy. But anyways, that's the recap. I believe I went 10-3. Not the 2 games that are going to go on tonight and tomorrow night. So a very good week by me. I'm very proud of myself. And please subscribe. I'll keep doing videos. With all the work I have going on, I want to keep you guys interested. So thank you for watching as always. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks everyone.